Welcome to Honest Beers. My name is Leggy, and as always, I'm joined by Wally. How are you, mate?
Very well, mate. Good weekend.
Good weekend.
Very good weekend. And I think, did all three of our footy teams win?
They did. They did. All three of them won, and that's a great segue to intro because there's a new, well, not new because he was here last week.
Yeah.
But there's a new person sitting in the producer's chair. We've got Trent, who's come on board as Honest Beers producer. Our man. Maybe number 7 in terms of Honest Beers producers.
We've lost count.
But welcome, Trent.
Thanks for having me.
You did say Wally off the top. All our teams won. For those that don't know, Trent's a Blues fan.
We've got it here.
We've got the Blues
I like that.
jumper behind us.
Maybe that's why we never let DT hang any Collingwood stuff.
No, we never did. I mean, to be honest, you never really see a lot of Collingwood stuff in here.
Are you shocked?
No.
We're at DDF, mate.
No, we're not. I'm not shocked. But good win for the Blues, Trent.
Yeah, very good win. I didn't see a minute of it, but
Nice.
Yeah, watched all the highlights.
Yeah, watch the KO mini. But I mean, great win, great win for the Blues because they they needed it obviously.
Yeah.
And we can talk a little bit more about footy. But you've got something coming up later for the listeners to get to know Trent a little bit.
Yeah, well, in the coming weeks, we'll really deep dive and get to know Trent. And we're going to start it's a little bit surface level initially. Like, we'll just go.
So you're not going to ask about his deepest, darkest fears in episode 1?
Well, there might be a little bit in terms of like it's a bit of sports joy and pain that we'll go into, and there's a few other little areas. So we'll get an understanding and we'll learn a little bit more about him. I will say this on the weekend: the Carlton win. For those that were on the 8.5, it's clicked. So the over 8.5 for the baggers, which was one of the ones that we really liked at the start of the year.
Yep.
That has clicked.
Huge.
So I think most of the ones we were strongest on, the real disappointment this year is Gold Coast, obviously, and we won't even talk to that. And Collingwood will probably end up covering.
It was 13.5.
Oh, was it?
Well, I got 13.5.
Okay, they probably won't then.
Well, what are they, 11.5?
Yeah, maybe they will.
Could.
I don't know.
They
Anyway,
could. It's the Geelong game this week, so obviously.
Very early in the show to be going down an over-under rabbit hole.
We should do that next week. We should check in again.
Let's check in and see where we're at. And I wouldn't mind actually just doing our predictions next week. Maybe our latter prediction and just go how the last few rounds. Because this week's fine. Next week is when it heats up.
Yep.
So you've got games like that Hawthorn-Brisbane game up there, and where teams are going to finish, we'll know a lot more.
Well, we're as usual, we're recording on a Monday, but just looking ahead a couple of days, Cats Pies on Thursday night is huge because that's where it's like it's not actually wild card. It's starting to get to top 5, top 6 type areas because the D's and the Crows both lost, and the Cats and the Pies both won. So they're all starting calculations now, not just even being the wild card game.
Absolutely,
so, which is huge.
Bigger news from the weekend. You had a Bucks.
I had a Bucks. I live to tell a tale. I'm alive. We've got a pretty funny video that Trent, our producer, cut up, which is just sort of like a bit of a fun Bucks, like what I ate in a day, which will probably surprise no one. What I ate for the Bucks was pretty much all just piss. But that was great. We shout out to a friend of the show, Ash Kalb. It was his Bucks. Great friend of ours.
Good man.
Plenty of activities. A very well organised Bucks, almost organised to the minute, you could say. But a bit of paddle. Went to the driving range, went back to the house, had a nice spit, heaps of food, and plenty to drink, plenty of yarns. Probably the only thing that didn't quite go too well was, and not that anyone was expecting a different result, but Ash is a Bombers fan, and they lost by 93 points. It was funny. We got home in time to have it on the TV, and then at quarter time, he's like, not bad. Like, we're only down by 7 or 8 points. And then
halfway through the second was still not bad. And then
wowee.
Then what happened is Essendon did Essendon things, and that was it.
I don't think we watched the second half.
You missed the Gunston show.
It's pretty hard when you're at a Bucks to engage in really anything. Like, even Trent's Blues had a win. All we were doing was following the scores. I couldn't tell you much about that game. And then I have not seen a second of Western Bulldogs Richmond, which is probably a good thing because that was terrible from all reports. But I had the Bucks, and then a quiet-ish Sunday. I had a sort of a family lunch, watched a bit of the Saints, and now here we are. But how about you? What did you get up to over the weekend?
Mate, big like kids sport weekend. Nice. Had a parents' night on the Jackson studio.
Jackson the studio. Got a live audience.
The Prince is in here.
Yeah, go on, give us a clap. Yeah,
you can clap, mate. Yeah. Go on, your bud.
Go give us a go, Hawks.
Go Hawks. Yeah, nice. Good boy. There you go. So he was wrapped on Saturday. Will Day played out of his skin, kicked the first goal.
Yep.
Jack was semi-frustrated. He was on the whiz, and then his favourite player kicked the first goal, which is always tough. But
as in Jack backed the whiz first goal?
Well, yeah, that was his selection, Simon.
Yeah,
he didn't back him, obviously. We're a responsible family. He's only 8. You've got to have a 1 in front of it before he starts going to those
Is there
areas.
a Jack Wall account?
No, he promo band. Yeah. No, he each week. He does his footy tips at school. They do the footy tips.
I like the whiz,
which is great.
I like
and
the whiz
then
selection.
He goes. He just does what he predicts. He goes, I think that this. He tells me who he thinks can have a good game and who's going to kick goals and all of that.
Well, Jack, how many did the whiz kick on Saturday?
Was it 3?
Yeah, it was 3. Yeah,
Gunston 7.
Yep.
Hey, can I ask a question? If you are, what were we doing? Like, Hawthorn's all over this. Gunston's never kicked more than 7 in a game. He's all of a sudden back in the Coleman race somehow, and he's on 7. Why weren't we just feeding him the ball for the whole last quarter to get him 10?
Makes no sense to me.
I just don't understand it.
I didn't watch the game, but it would make logical sense that you would do that.
I mean, he missed a couple, I know that, but anyway, I can't really complain about it. No, weekend was good, mate.
Before we haven't had. I want to talk about the Hawks. We haven't had a chance since we recorded last to talk about your forward line next year potentially. So Mitch Lewis re-signs, Jack Gunston re-signs for 1 year, and the potential of Ben King, which is a lot of water needs to go under the bridge before Ben King is wearing brown and gold.
To be honest, I don't think that much water actually has to, because my understanding is it's a 6-year offer. It'll be at a big price. So what happens with the 6-year offer means that, what are you doing? Oh, okay, I thought you. Sorry,
Jack's just walking around the studio.
Jack's just walking around the studio. Anyway, what happened? Yeah. Anyway, so I don't think there's that much water to go under the bridge. My understanding is a 6-year.
I meant water
deal.
in terms of time.
Yeah,
things
time.
can pop
But
up.
the thing is, I think what's going to happen, and people are going to hate this, is that Hawthorn's probably going to get him in free agency because the compensation pick will be so good. They're not going to get that on. You're not getting a first, like a number 5, number 6 pick on the trade table for Ben King now. It's just not. That's not happening. And if they get that, that means Hawthorn would get him for free. And then we've got a better draft hand than most people think. I think we've got 3 in the top. I think we've got 1 in the teens, a couple in the 20s, and 1 in the 30s, which would be like, we don't need anywhere near that to get the merit deal done. So we'll do that. Anyway, we'll wait and see.
I have a dumb question.
Yeah.
But it might not be dumb. And I don't know, Trent, you can feel free to chime in here. How does it work with the compensation for the Suns, given they don't actually own their first pick? So the D's own the Suns' first pick as part of the Petrarca trade, but we're told that the compensation for
would be after what they would have been.
What they would have been. So that's actually been, that is actually, because it's never
that's
happened.
my
I don't know if
understanding.
that's ever happened
Yeah,
before.
well, that's my, no, obviously you've got to have it at a level. That'd be what it is without 1,000% knowing. But the bottom line is they get a good pick. Do that. Oh, people are going to fucking hate this. I'll be honest. I'm not as up and about it next year, because I went through Franklin, Roughhead, Rioli, Bruce, Gunston, Puopolo.
Listen to this.
That's the greatest assembled starting 6 forward line of all time. It just is. I don't think anybody's going to argue that. We were very, very lucky. Of those players, Franklin ended up being generational, and maybe top 3 forward of all time. What are we saying? Franklin, Lockett, Carey, are they the 3? I don't, or Ablett, or whoever. He's in there. Maybe that's the 5. Then that's your discussion. He's right up there. Roughhead was obviously he'll be a Hall of Famer. Gunston and Bruce have kicked 500 and 600 goals. Rioli's one of, if not the best small forwards of all time, and Puopolo was a defensive beast. I mean, we've seen. Anyway, I'm not going to glaze the Hawks anymore. I don't.
I'll ask you one question. What would you? Okay, just say that it doesn't go into compensation or anything like that, and you actually have to negotiate a trade. What would you give up for Ben King? What do you think would be reasonable or fair?
Look, it's not an area. They're just
considering.
It's a Gunston replacement. It's not an area, and he's not like he's young. So I don't know.
He's 25, 26.
Yeah. Maybe he's 26. Maybe first round pick, like our first round pick, the end of the first round, and then I'd be happy to give, I guess, the 2 seconders for merit now. Like, I don't know if we need Ben King. We need him. We need the extra midfielder.
Yeah.
So I would rather the 26-year-old Ben King version of a midfielder and give me the do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Zach Merritt will be good and all, but Zach's obviously older, so it's not. I don't get. Well, it's good, mate. Hopefully we can get him. It'll be great. It's Gunston's replacement. He'll play that role. He won't play the Mitch Lewis role. We know that.
Yep.
He'll play close to goal, and he'll play that role really well. I don't know enough about his footy smarts.
Yep.
Like Gunston, obviously we know he's a very intelligent player, but the game is set up for that position. It'd be the most desirable position. The Hawthorn full forward spot is a dream spot.
Yeah.
Like they just get fed this ball. And Anyway, we're getting quite analytical.
We are.
So
I like that. It's good. I like it. I'm very keen to see because I think there'd be a lot of other clubs that would hear you say, "Oh, we don't really need him." Fuck the Pies could do.
I don't know. It's not that we need what we. Well, yeah, we could. He's going to be great, but we're desperate. We've seen the difference. It's not the form. We need the extra midfielder.
Yeah, agreed.
A fit day and Newcomb and another one. So we'll see how we go.
Something else I wanted to talk about. Anyone? It's Monday. We're recording it. Anyone else get the Oz Alert alarm go off at 2:00? We all got it.
Yep, ready to go. It was exactly what I thought it was going to be, and it wasn't an inconvenience. It was fine. And I've never seen so much talk about something.
Did you get it, Trent?
Yeah, I did. Had a couple of mates that didn't. So
Yeah,
I'm
so I
not-
was saying. That's
not
what I
sure
was
what's
going to
going
say.
on there.
Oh, so AJ, friend of the show, didn't get it. Or maybe on South Australian time or something like that, but he didn't get it. And then another person that I work with as well didn't get it as well. So what's the thinking behind that? Do we know?
Would that be how your mobile number is connected if you got a private number or something? I don't know. Is AJ running burners, is he? Is that what that is?
Could be that. Might have to ask.
The only thing I was thinking is it would have been interesting to be at a shopping centre or someone when everyone's fucking phones
Yeah, I
at
know.
the same time.
Yes.
That would have been like an interesting one. But mate, are we shocked?
It says it
The government they've tried to do something. They've tried to roll it out and it hasn't quite worked. Are you shocked?
It says it reaching 94% of cell towers. I don't know what the goal was that they were looking for, but
Well,
Probably 100%.
yeah, I would have thought so, Trent. But I'll tell you what, for who we're
Sharp.
dealing with that are doing this, 94% is not bad considering.
it says compatible mobile phones. So I don't know how.
What do you
Yeah, I don't know how you wouldn't be compatible.
You got a Google phone or something, does it? Yeah.
He's got an iPhone. Yeah, I originally thought is it an
iPhone
Android
7?
thing or something like that, but
Analog.
yeah.
Hey, just on that quickly, the conspiracy theorists on TikTok are going crazy with this. Like
Okay.
it's been absolutely nuts. It's
Fine.
all over my feed.
What are some of the? Are there any theories that they've?
There's a few out there that think Trump's behind it.
Okay.
He's the 6% not getting it.
Potentially, yeah.
Oh my God!
Wow.
How good's that? Donald Trump just taking a break from Iran and everything that's going on in the States to go. Do you know what? Let's get this number down to 94%.
Yeah, that's interesting. So, because it is based on it's very similar to the American. I've been over to the States when an alert has come through, and it's basically almost like the exact same. Like the last time I went over to the States last year, I basically touched down and there was an alert. I was in LA and it was about a missing young girl, I think.
So they just haven't. I actually haven't. This is going to sound really ignorant. I have no idea what this is about.
It's alerting
So will this mean we're going to get these alerts a lot, or is this like catastrophic?
I think it's catastrophic, right? It's proper like a large bushfire or an emergency or whatever it might be.
Okay, I'm going to ask a question. Now, back in the day, I'm assuming when you wanted to blast text out, you would pay X amount of dollars to Telstra or to Optus as a business, and you go, hey, we want to, like it's basically e-marketing. We want to text 10,000 customers and it'll cost us this. I would think if the government wanted to, they could just go, hey, we're going to do this and it's not going to cost us anything. You're going to do this as part of being a provider or whatever it is, even though they just love spending cash. Could we be set up and just go every time something like they could be doing alerts all the time for everything?
Yeah. Could be like Max King's gone down the rooms.
Well, I don't know about that.
During the third quarter.
Yeah.
That could be something that.
But why wouldn't it? Yeah, I don't know. Anyway,
Could be that.
It's the Max King thing, mate. Did you like the presser with the? Who was the journo?
I believe it was Mark McGowan.
Mark McGowan,
I believe, was the main one.
I think for once, when Tom Morris is there trying to settle and going, no, you're fine, Ross. I think if Tommy Morris is trying to bring you back, then maybe you're. I think Ross was in the right.
Yeah, so I think he was, but I'm a little bit more on the fence only because I think Ross, the way he answers back with a question to the journalist is quite often, I don't know if the word disrespectful, but he is quite playful and he'll try and do his best to not actually give an answer. Do you know what I mean? But
Sorry, yeah, he's a bit facetious in that regard. Like,
He is, isn't he?
So in this instance, I feel like Mark McGowan probably lost his cool, and I think raising his voice wasn't needed. But I also think a lot of that stems from the way Ross is, and I think there might have been a question asked that said something about was Max And he said, "Oh, Max Hall," and I was like, "Well, come on, mate. Which Max are we talking about?" You know, like I think there's the little things like that that I think fire the journos up.
You go into Ross's presses, mate. Yeah. Be ready, be sharp, be on.
Yeah, and I think, look, to be honest, the only thing I would like to say about the Max King side of things, it's obviously devastating, and like I feel I've never, like I've said to you before, I've never wanted a Saints player to be a success more than him, and it's just obviously not looking great at the moment. But there are a lot of people in the media that were, I think, not maybe, this is a bit harsh to say they were cheering on his downfall, but a lot were very quick to jump on when he got injured again. And I think Ross is probably feeling a bit of that pressure, and that's maybe why.
I just think we've had a similar player, not as bad as Max King, but Will Day's obviously been the perfect example with us. And this time they did it. They went through the VFL. Everything was more conservative. They've spoken about that. If you put him in the VFL, does that then just at least take the pressure off your club?
Well, they put him in the VFL in May, and the same thing happened. So,
yeah, I know. Yeah,
but no, I know what you're saying. I think maybe you could say there was pressure, but given how innocuous it was, I think that probably could happen.
He might be all right. It might be the scans could be all clear.
Well, it's a strain. It's a strain, and they're ruling him out for the year. But that's just because you couldn't play him again. No. You may as well just, because I think 2027 should be the priority. The Saints aren't doing anything this year. Clearly, even if they make a wildcard game, they're not going on a run. So I think the priority should be 2027. Absolutely. But I guess he went away, did a training block. They believed he was okay. Is what it is.
Let's get into it.
So, Honest Beers World Cup.
Yeah, Honest Beers World Cup. Absolute shock.
Run and one.
Shock. $1.01 lobs. Australian beer.
Yep.
Beats Italian food in the final. We knew that was going to happen. We knew that going in. It's like the Rugby League World Cup.
Yes.
Not the football one. The football's a little bit more open.
No. Yes, the Rugby League one is.
The Rugby League one, we know Australia's going to go in, they're going to win, and there might be some, fun along the way and some other upsets, but they're going to win the whole thing. They didn't win as convincingly as I thought. What was the percentage?
So 64 to 30, obviously to 36. Did you not think?
I reckon that's comprehensive, but I thought it could have been something like 75-25, 80-20 sort of things. I thought it was going to be a demolition. I think.
What do you think it would have been if it was Australian beer versus Mexican food?
I reckon it would have been that, 80-20.
Yeah.
I just think the Italian food is very, very strong.
Yeah.
And I just think the lure of piss over food is always going to get you.
I also think, from a drinking perspective, most of the people that I think that would have voted would have been beer drinkers, right? So it would be a bit of a surprise to know anyone that would choose Italian food over beer. Like, imagine if beer was out of your life.
Imagine I said to you,
like, I could live without Italian food.
Okay. Here's the thing. So you can have. I'll change it though.
Yeah.
You can have any beer you want that's not Australian beer, and you continue to eat Italian food, or you can have Australian beer and any other type of. I'm just saying, like, do you know what I mean? Like, because it was.
I need Australian beer.
I think it was beer over Australian beer that got it over the line. But let's be honest. Australian beer is the best beer.
It's the best beer.
It is actually the best
Brainy
beer.
Brothers, thanks.
It is the best beer.
It is the best.
I had an event Saturday night that had the. It was a bit crafty for my liking, Simon. They didn't have.
That's the worst of the.
They didn't have the CDs or the Brainies there, so that was. It's all right. No jammer.
Oh, that's what you need.
Or equivalent.
Yeah, I had plenty of. I had plenty of Australian beers. Well, actually, not really. It's Carlton Draft and Australian beer. I mean, it's not Australian owned.
Yeah, it's true. We don't want to go down.
We're not going through this rabbit hole again. But I had it because it was the only thing I could have at the Bucks. But if I had it my way, I obviously would have had the Brainies. But so Honest Beers World Cup run and won. Probably a great result though. We got that win. I think the sponsors will be happy. Aussie. And obviously did a lot better than the actual Australians did at the World Cup. So massive celebrations there. Great segue because it's Honest List time. Brought to you by Brainy Brothers. The good people at Brainy Brothers. Dry July is nearly over. They do still have the non-alcoholic, which we've got in front of us right now, or the non-intoxicating. So you've got a couple of days left if you're doing Dry July. I'd hate to be you. Thankfully, we're not doing it. But what have you got this week, Wally?
So I copped a bit of shtick a few weeks ago when I spoke about putting my bins out early and getting them out the street early. It's like a thing for me. Jack, I test this. We're always first in the street out.
Can I just quickly say, Jack, is that true that you need to be first in the street? Okay. Wow, overwhelming head nod by Jack.
Absolutely. He knows.
Yep.
It's a whole thing. And he'll ask me and he'll go, Dad, are we number one?
Dad, it's midday. It's too late.
No, we're never that late. Don't worry about that, mate. They're out early. They were out before footy this week.
Trent, have you heard, is it like this in your street? Like, are the bins out on, I mean, assuming it's a Sunday for your street, but are the bins out this early? Like, are you walking down the street and seeing a 9 a.m. bin
So we put ours Monday night. It gets collected Tuesday morning.
Okay. And so Monday night.
Monday night. That's
So mine will go out. Mine's a Sunday night bin night. Then it'll go out Sunday morning. So it's out before midday on a Sunday.
Sorry, but if it was a Monday night like Trent, would you be
Monday before work.
get out?
Yeah, I reckon.
Wow, that is
It'll be out all day,
extraordinary.
so everyone coming down that street will be able to drive past and go, geez,
Wow, Jack.
he's prepared, isn't he, Jack? We're always number one in the street. It's important. All right, so
Jack's going to carry that through.
I also I had a look inward, and I think that what happens occasionally is that dad and husband, I think that possibly sometimes there's flexes that aren't actually flexes. So sometimes there's dad flexes that we think are flexes.
Yep.
They're just not. So I'm happy to go. So I've done my top 5 dad flexes that aren't actually a flex. Okay, and we start with this, and this is literally like doing household chores, including put the bin out, is number one.
Yes.
So this is like not a flex. This is how most people in life go about life and they get through. And then the other thing I think of is when I was single, it was just what I would do in normal life because you have to do everything. If you're single, you have to do everything. If you live with mates, you share it a little bit. But the bottom line is no one's cooking for you, but you're probably not cooking for others either. You're cooking.
Yep.
You're doing your own cleaning. You're doing your own washing. You're doing all of that. So you have to do everything anyway.
Unless you're living in a just a
but even then,
ball of filth.
90% of the stuff you're doing.
No, you have to.
Like you're doing. So that it's not like doing this stuff isn't really a flex, but as a dad, you feel a little bit different.
Yep.
So the household stuff is one. So that's number 5. Number 4, remembering school activities and like things that they have on at school, like a thing. Like Thursday might be PE day, so having the sports uniform ready to go. They've got an excursion next week, making sure the permission slip's signed. So just basically keeping your kid educated and fed and clothed.
I'm looking at Jack's, trying to get Jack's reaction.
Yeah.
As well.
So like it's probably not a flex, but as a dad, you go, I'm on top of that.
It's tougher than you think.
Yeah, I know, but I'm
There's
on top
a
of it.
lot
But it's,
going on.
Again, remembering him to put him in the right clothes for school.
Yep.
Remembering to get him to school.
Remembering to
not
get him
that
food.
much of a flex. So
Making sure he eats.
Yeah. 3, I was a little bit harsh on myself, but like the pride over what you cook is probably, I don't know, maybe I'm harsh if I go, is being able to cook a steak to your liking every time. Well, I'll change that. Being able to cook a steak to medium rare, because that's all you should be having it as every time. I think that there is a mini flex in that, but just the overall art of cooking as a dad, like the barbecue, the cooking, all of these things.
Yep.
Look, again, most people are doing this stuff, but there's something when you put it in front of him and you're like, there you go, mate. What do you think of that? And you're like, and he's like,
Does he get lost on Jack every now and then?
Nah, he's a big MasterChef guy, so he grades the cooking.
Like it?
I had a low score last night because he read a 0. I got a 0 last night because
wow.
A peppercorn sauce was promised with the steak and chips last night and it wasn't delivered. So him and his mum both gave me some scathing feedback.
What can
So
I
it's
just
no
ask
flex.
how that wasn't? Because you're pretty onto this sort of stuff. How was that?
Oh,
What
I'm
did
not.
you do?
I'm usually pretty good, but I was so fucking hungover. Like I was.
What time did you wrap up Saturday night? Because here I am thinking I was on a Bucks and I had the biggest weekend.
No.
but
I was just. It just got a hold of me.
Got big on you.
And
quick.
and it was like one of those ones that just built up over the day. I think on the day, I'm pretty good. Like I didn't do anything to alleviate it. I didn't drink any waters. I didn't really eat much on the Sunday. And so by the end of the day, I was just so exhausted and crap and felt crap.
Wow.
So I was cooking and that and I lost it. So,
Wow.
Anyway,
Jeez.
these things happen, mate. These things happen. Anyway, so I think
unpack
that worrying about food. Okay. Number 2 is getting your kids to actually listen to you and go to bed at the right time. And again, this isn't a huge thing, but geez, when they do it and they don't come back down, it feels good. So he's.
I feel like Jack's being spoken to here. Like it's like this list was set out for him, knowing that
that's why he's in the studio,
that's
mate.
what I was gonna say.
He couldn't care. He's on playing something with his mates online, whatever he's doing.
Hopefully, what would you say of a 7-day week? How often would Jack go to bed at the right time?
0, he's saying. And
Is that true?
100%.
Wow, Jack.
So Jack, he understands. Yeah, it's 0.
Might need to change that,
He would
mate.
go to bed. He would go to bed late every time.
What's the bedtime?
Well, we pushed it back because we weren't doing.
Yeah, okay.
So rather than I don't care. Like, you know, yeah, one parent's how you parent. So it's 7:30 was the bedtime, and we're like, maybe it's late. So what we did is we essentially just go, all right, we'll make it 8. Can you go to bed at 8? So he will go to bed, but he won't go to bed, if that makes sense. He'll play basketball in his room. Anyway, the point is he doesn't do that. So any time it actually happens and we don't hear anything, it's like a good result.
Wow.
That's fine.
Jack, you're admitting too much here.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Maybe this was all the tricks. All right, and the last one here, and this is the one that would cop the eye rolls from most partners. It's when you fix something around the house that doesn't require a professional, but you have made it out like it does require a professional.
Yep.
So we're talking about you don't need a pro. You don't need an electrician to change a light bulb. But you know what? If I get up there and I've got the ladder and that, and I go to the store and I've got the right one, it's a big deal.
It's a huge deal.
Yeah. I fixed a leak in the gutter the other day.
How?
With just that like Sally's like gutter. And it was a big, every time I walk past the step now I go, look how dry that step is. Every time. Look at that dry step.
I didn't know you could add handyman to your list.
Yeah, but like these are things. But again, I will put my hand up and go, these are not, again, that is not something that I should be able to flex. But damn, I really
So you drove to Bunnings, got some Sellies?
I did. 100% correct store, correct brand.
Wow.
Isn't it funny? Just as a side note, there was a couple of things I needed.
Yep.
You have to go to Bunnings.
Pretty much, yeah.
So there's certain things if you want, there
Complete
is
monopoly.
nowhere else to get them.
Complete monopoly.
You have to go to Bunnings.
And the thing with even if you just start out at Bunnings, you know you've got to fix a certain problem. You know that you'll get something that'll help. Like
100%.
Yeah.
So if you want any
model.
of that stuff, you have to go to Bunnings. There is nothing else.
Well, that's kind of how it's all worked out, right? It's kind of like Mitre 10s for like the tradie, and Bunnings is kind of like for the tradie and the everyman.
Yeah, exactly. But the thing is, I don't know. Like, where's a Mitre 10?
There's not many around anymore.
I know that they're bigger in the Mitre 10s and the home hardwares in the. So when I was down the peninsula, they've got both, right? They've got Bunnings, they've got it all, but like those, I just don't. I reckon they're a little bit further out.
There used to be one where I grew up in Mount Waverley. I don't know if that Mitre 10's still there, but yeah, that was like the only one I'd ever drive past, I reckon.
No. We're to McEwen's.
McEwen's?
Yeah, when I was very young. There was a McEwen's in Chadstone. There was a hardware store in the middle of Chadstone Shopping Centre. And it was like the 3rd or 4th biggest store.
What year are we talking?
Oh, mate, you are going. It would have been removed in the 90s.
Wow.
So you're talking about when I was a kid, but I don't remember it.
Bring it back to Chadstone. That'd be great. It's right next to the fucking Prada or the Gucci or something
Louis
like
Vuitton and McEwen's and Brashes. We'll get them back too. Anyway, so they're my top 5 dad flexes that aren't actually flexes.
Love it. Love it very much. Just quickly with Trent here. And I know we're going to get into it, but what do you like as a cook or a chef, Trent? Because I reckon Wally could potentially help you.
He might be able to help us. We don't know.
No, I'm horrible. So
Okay, good. That's a good starting point. We've got a baseline.
I can cook a steak, medium rare. That's about it.
That's to be honest. There's not a lot else you need to do. So the thing is, the way I've worked it out, I reckon with the steak, you can do your chips in the air fryer.
Yep.
Just whether you make them yourself or you get a bag chip, and then you either just put a salad together, or the other one is just a bit of broccoli or something.
Yeah, broccoli. When I'm a cook at home, I'm more of a broccoli.
I love broccoli.
I think it's a salad when I'm out.
Yep.
Is the way. Are you a barbecue steak cooker, or are you more of a
pan?
No, just frying pan.
Yep,
Yeah.
I'm with you. I'm a pan guy myself.
Does the job.
Yep, absolutely.
And you don't have to go outside.
Yeah, there you go.
Which is good.
Outdoors overrated. I've always said.
Yeah, 100%. Moving on, because it's time for Wally's whack. Sound
what do you
effects.
got for me?
Whack. Well, I actually wanted to start on North Melbourne, and I wanted to start on, which is rare. No one ever starts on North Melbourne, but I just wanted your views on. So North Melbourne have won 8 games, right? Their over-under line was 7.5. So they've cleared that, but they haven't really beaten anyone. So this is a 2-part question. Would you say, hand on heart, that North Melbourne have improved this year? Because you're just not looking at win-loss, looking at everything else. Like, they had some bad losses. They lost by 120 to Freo. They got smacked by Sydney. They've had some huge losses. Have they improved?
Marginally, but nowhere near enough.
Are you seeing enough from their kids? Like
No,
high draft picks?
I'm not. And I'll tell you something else that's really bad. So on and I'll be clear on this, I didn't hear this on SEN, I heard this on Fireball, and we've got to be clear on Fireball. When you hear something with Kane and Kingy on Fireball on Monday and Fridays, they like to hear that you heard it on Fireball.
Okay.
So I heard this on Fireball, and it was an alarming stat that in the last 5 years or whatever, they're 0-32 against top 8 sides. They've drawn one, they haven't beaten a top 8 side in 5 years.
Yeah, well, they drew
4 or 5
that
years.
time.
Yeah, drew. That's disgraceful. On top of that, did they have the 4th or 5th oldest or most experienced list on the week? I know. Parker and Darling pushed that up, but overall, they're not kids, mate.
Yeah, LDU's not, 25, 26.
Yeah, exactly right. These are not kids. I just don't get what they're doing now. I don't understand it. Okay, who in that team is elite? Who's the elite? Who are the elite players in that team?
It's hard because you could say Sheasel. I think
Larky's gone backwards.
Yeah, Larky's not anymore.
LDU hasn't landed. I don't
None
know.
of the defensive
I don't
players
know
are.
about the young guys. I mean, like, I just don't. I don't get it. I don't know what they're doing.
And now
and
you can say about a lot of clubs that are elite, but when you've gone to the draft and bottomed out as much as they have, you should have 1 elite, 2 elite, 3 elite.
Do you know what actually sucks for them? They've got like really good fans. I'm not talking about amount of fans. Their fans like love their footy club and are
very
passionate.
loyal.
Yeah. They're not as high in number, but they do really give a shit.
Yeah.
And they've put them through hell.
Yeah, they have. Well, that's the next part of the question. What would you do? Clarko, I think, has got 1 more year to run.
I'd just move on.
Now?
Why not? It hasn't worked.
Yep.
It just hasn't worked. You need I don't know what I actually don't know what the answer is. The answer probably should they should have thought about this before I hate to say it, but like maybe we didn't need a 19th team. We just needed a relocation.
Well, I mean, that's been on the cards for a while.
Yeah, well, they spoke about that with Gold Coast. And
Yep.
hey, by the way, side note, imagine this. Imagine we go stuff it. We want to make the competition as good as possible.
Yep.
So what we're going to do is we're going to reduce it down. We're going to have a team in Sydney.
Yep.
And we're going to have a team in Brisbane because, well, for obvious reasons.
So we're removing 2, GWS
fine.
and Gold Coast?
And then we're going to have two in Adelaide and 2 in Perth.
Yep.
All right. And then we're going to have 8 in Victoria. So we'll have the big 6, and then the other just can work it out. The other 4.
I want you to tell us so North are going.
Well, no, you tell me how you want to work it out. It's up to you guys.
Well, this is your idea.
I'm just saying it's not my idea to do. Imagine you had 12 or 14 teams. How high quality the football would be.
I want to
imagine.
Which I'm just saying, if it happened tomorrow,
you have to. Well, okay. I'd say this: if I'm thinking about 6 teams that exist. That 6 of the 10 Victorian teams that should remain, and I'm saying like the big 6, who would I be talking about? You guys tell me. If I said the big 6, who am I talking about? Because it used to be a big 4, but I think that there's 2 of them that are undeniable now that are probably bigger than 2 of the others. So I think that Collingwood and Richmond are the 2 biggest clubs in the land when they're up and about. I think Collingwood's the biggest club regardless of anything. I think Richmond showed they were the first club to 100,000 members. I think Geelong and Hawthorn have shown their relevance and what they can do and all of that. I think that you've got Essendon and Carlton there, and then you have the others. I mean, I'm not saying we do it. I'm more just talking. Okay, a better way to look at this. Let's say we go stuff at 12 teams.
Yep.
We'll restart the competition, get rid of all the teams, and we'll just go. We're going to have a north, south, east, west of Melbourne, a Geelong one, maybe another country one. Yep. Then we're going to have one in Sydney. This is all make-believe.
Yeah, it would be amazing.
My whole point was, if you only had 12 teams, imagine the quality of football.
Yeah.
There would be very few shit games.
Yep.
It would actually, the quality would be incredible. Oh, it would be amazing. And then you'd have divisions.
Yep.
So then you'd have a second division, and imagine the quality of that division as well.
Yeah, it'd be high, but it'd be still a noticeable difference between.
It would have to be, right?
Yeah, 100%.
I look and go, there's so many gaps, and it'd be great. Yes, we're even because so many teams can usually win it, but the gap between like the 6 and the 6 and the 6, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
So the teams that are competing for the 4, the teams competing for the wild card, and then the teams outside, the gaps are big. And I'm not saying we get rid of any teams. I think we're going to go. Well, is 20 going to be Northern Territory? They're going to go to 20, aren't they?
They're going to go to 20.
Or will they do another like North Queensland team or something? They like their footy up there.
They do. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's not known who's going to get that.
Anyway,
license.
I'm fucking rambling.
Yeah. Next one for Wally's Whack. So a couple of weeks ago, I asked you about Collingwood where they could go on a run, and I determined that a run was, at this point thinking that they were only going to make the wild card, a run was
winning the final.
Win the wild card, win your elimination, make it to semi.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
I think you said they could do that, but do you think that they could go further than that now?
I don't.
Could they make a prelim?
I think that maybe I'm starting to really think that the top 3 or 4 might be another gap. And so, yeah. Okay. I'll tell you what they could do. I'll tell you the scenario they do. They cop Sydney
In a
semi at the SCG on their way to a possible straight sets exit, or they cop Hawthorn at the MCG. They could win one of those semis because they're either playing on their home deck against the team that they've already played this year and drew with and played well against and match up well against.
Sydney.
And then they should have beaten Sydney, and then Sydney feel like that team in recent history that could make the exit. So I think they can. They are so good. They are so good. Dacos is so good. He's going to win the Brownlow by a dozen votes.
That 100% agree. It's $1.30, I think, at the moment.
Yeah, it's too big.
It's insane, isn't it?
He's going to win by so much. He could break the Patrick Cripps record.
That was actually, it's funny you say that. That was going to be my next question. Not specifically, but my next question was going to be, Dacos is winning the Brownlow in order. Who's 2 and 3? Because the market's insane. I think Bont's like $11 as the second favourite. Like it's.
Yeah, Isaac Heaney will poll well, but I think that maybe that's dropped off. I think Bont's 2. The other, no, and Hawthorn is probably going to win 16 games. Jai Newcomb will poll in most of them. I think Jai Newcomb will finish 3rd. Just because of a lack. Now, Will Days come in and started to show, but Jai Newcomb will be polling through a huge amount of those early wins, just as others that won't take votes. So I think that that's what we'll be seeing.
Yeah. Okay.
I think that Dacos, Gap, Bont, Gap, Newcomb.
Wow. Interesting. I didn't expect.
And that'll be a peloton.
Yep.
That 3rd.
Yeah, big time. Last question. We spoke about this just before we recorded. Don't worry about like the way the tribunal works. Don't worry about like contact and bloody, head high and reckless and all the stupid bloody things that they have to. Just tell me right now, what would you give Ty Gallop after what he did to Mitch Georgiades?
When do we pay him? 2 weeks? No, 3 weeks. 3 weeks. I think it was a shit act, and 3 weeks feels like we're not changing rules, but I feel like Trent, you're level-headed. You seem like a smart guy.
Much more than us.
Much more than us. I've always thought 3 weeks is like the max you give before we're getting into really serious areas. I feel like 1's tokenistic, 2 is, you did the wrong thing and we can't, it's not good. But 3 is like that real, all right, this is as big as we can go before we start getting into the real big areas, like the absolute, like Tony Lockett to cave in sort of areas. And then some of the like the slurs and all of those sort of things. So I think that and like hard contact with an umpire and stuff. I think that 3 is the most of the ones where the player hasn't been heard or nothing's been really done.
Yeah.
Is that fair? Do you reckon that's about right?
Yeah, I think you're spot on there. I reckon 3's as far as they can take it. Like they want to stamp it out. I think 3's the max they can sort of go with that.
Like it. Very level-headed.
Yep.
This has been a really heavy football episode, way more than normal, which is kind of interesting. But the next thing I want to talk about was this morning.
We are heading towards finals, though. Let's be honest. We are, and we do love our footy. Tell you what, though, get ready for some US sports content soon.
Yeah, big time. NFL game in Melbourne as well.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're moving on because State of Origin was this morning. They announced that the next couple of years of games. So next year
they're rotating.
They're rotating, right? So next year it's going to be WA hosting SA. The year after that it's SA hosting Vic.
And then it's Victoria hosting WA.
I don't believe there's a Victoria hosting coming up.
WA hosting Vic.
Yeah, it's back to WA, again, which I think is fine. Victoria gets enough. But I just wanted to ask you both right now because I think it was pretty clear when they played earlier this year, the Vics clearly had the better team and they kind of cruised to victory. I don't think that, if anything, WA played probably slightly more advanced or above their ability, and the Vics kind of just did enough to win. They kind of kept it close. It wasn't a complete shellacking, but if they really cared, they could have probably smacked them. When SA plays WA, who do you think's got the better I think it's SA personally. I think when you're looking at that team, I feel like there's a little bit more. Like you're looking at Grundy in the ruck. You got Wilkie down back. You got Horn front. I mean, there's so many more players. They're the first ones that spring to mind.
Yeah.
Mitch George out of WA. But there's so many players, right? I think SA is just better. What do you guys think?
Yeah, well, I sort of knew this question was coming.
Yes,
so I've
Trent.
pulled up sort of a mock lineup here.
Great. Yeah, talk to us.
And I'm with you on the SA sort of being better than WA. We've got Nas here listed at half-back. Connor Rosie, if he's sort of fit, I assume he will be by then. You mentioned Brodie Grundy, Horn Francis, Lockie Neal.
Yeah, of course.
Might be ageing by then, but still plenty good enough. Obviously, Craig McRae can potentially coach
that's good.
if he wants to put his hand up for that. Riley Thilthorpe up forward, Darcy Fogarty, obviously the two Adelaide stars, Isaac Rankin, and then Will Day is listed here on a wing. So Jordan Dawson in the gates as well.
And Josh Rochelle, SA boy too?
No, he's Victoria.
He is Vic, is he?
Yep.
Why did I think he was SA?
But you're going to have Will Day and Jordan Dawson and Naz.
Jordan Dawson's a superstar.
Like
And that's the other thing is they're not paying
Rosie.
Victoria, they're paying WA. I reckon it's a good shout. I reckon that'll be a better game of footy because I reckon that they will really give a shit. No.
What about WA team if we could start to...
1 second.
Yeah,
Well, that would be, we're going to be talking the likes of Chad Warner,
Yep.
Paddy Cripps will play.
Yeah, I mean, we've kind of seen it already. They had... I think they had Darcy Cameron in the ruck. Like it was still a very, very good team. Probably maybe in the key positional stocks is where it's not quite as good. Like you're looking at that SA team and it's pretty stacked.
The SA team stacked.
They might almost give Victoria a run for money. I saw and this is probably a little bit biased, but I saw PointsBet put a market up and they had SA $1.80. WA $2. I reckon you could probably make SA $1.60 to be honest. But yeah. WA team, Trent?
Sam Taylor, Jordan Clark, obviously, Patrick Cripps, you mentioned, Shea Bolton, Jesse Hogan, Aaron Norton, stars on every line, Pickett, Barras, English, Waterman, and Baker.
That's right, English. Yeah.
So it comes down to two things. After last year with the Wiedering incident, how many clubs are just like, get out there and do it again? I think when you got SAWA, you got more chance of the players playing. Yep. I think that there is definitely that. The other thing is that it's just whichever team line up and take, like both of those teams, all the players you're naming, if one of those teams comes out and plays closer to 100% than the other, they'll win it. So that's the only thing with the WA have gone around once. They know what it's about. They've played together. They get another opportunity. It's in SA, did you say?
It's in WA.
First one's in WA. Adelaide Oval.
Then they've got SA Vic in, SA. So I think
should go over. Just wear big V jerseys in the crowd just to be pests.
I reckon where it is, clearly each state, whether you're Vic, WA or SA, the top end, like your top 6 or 7, they're all stacked, right? You're probably even hard to split. But I reckon where SA, they've just got more depth.
They'll have depth.
I remember WA, you said, no offense to him, you said like Waterman and Baker and even like Rory Lobb. Like I think it's starting to, even like Aaron, you said the key forwards were an out of form Jesse Hogan who's barely kicked a goal in the last year, and then you've got Aaron Norton. Like I think the SA team's slightly better. But no, just keen to get your views.
Yep.
We should head over there for sure. But before we go, it's Simon's choice, but it's going to be all about Trent.
Trent's choice.
Trent's choice.
So as I said, I thought we'd just run through these. There's a card. These are without notice, so just take your time. You might have a bit of editing if you need too much thinking time that you got to do, but it's on you. So we'll see how you go. But what I wanted to do is there's a lot of areas we talk about. Obviously, we talk about sport, movies, and pop culture, that sort of stuff, food and drink. So we're gonna do a few little questions and exercises. We're gonna start with sport. And as I said, we're just scratching the surface here. So I think that these are top liners, and it doesn't need to be 1,000%. Oh, that's definitely it. But what I want to know first of all, I want your best and worst sporting moments of your life as a fan. The best and worst. So I need your absolute highs, and then the absolute, the lows.
Well, I don't need too much time to think about my worst. I think I've seen enough Carlton Collingwood games to put that down as my worst for sure. And then moving on to my best, I think the Carlton-Melbourne final, I think it was a semi
2023,
at the G, 2023.
Yep, Blake Acres.
I reckon I was on the top deck. I couldn't have been further back. I reckon I was the last row, but it sort of made it even more so special, just being able to see everything as a whole. And
straight sets.
Yeah.
Knocked them out in straight sets.
Yeah,
It was a point or something, wasn't it? It was.
There's a couple of
Mate,
maybe
it was a couple of
yeah.
because Melbourne lost to Collingwood and then Carlton.
Yep. They lost to Collingwood by 7 points, I
And
reckon.
then Carlton by under a kick.
Under a kick,
It
yeah.
was, mate.
Blake Acres
Love
winning
that.
goal. Played on. What do you think we played on?
Honestly, I can't remember too much.
It happened so quick.
I was
yeah.
pretty pissed.
Yeah, nice.
As you are, you should be.
I remember just booking flights like that minute as the siren sort of sounded. So you can imagine the state I was in.
Wow. And then you went to the prelim?
Went to the prelim up at the Gabba, yeah.
5 goals up or something. Yeah, it was.
There's probably another worst for
Well,
you.
that you experienced both in the same game. You've experienced both in the same game. But there you go. All right, now a few that are more in the entertainment world. All right, so first one music festival or even concert that you just, if you could attend anywhere in the world, what would it be?
Probably Coldplay, wherever.
Yep.
So it doesn't bother me. Saw them here at Marvel
Pretty special, isn't it?
last year, I want to say.
Yep.
Yeah, that was up there for me, for sure.
Right,
good-
I like that.
good answer.
All right,
Good
next
answer.
one. If we had to drop you into one TV world, one universe in television, what show would it be?
Good question.
This is a tougher one.
I was a Modern Family fan growing up.
Yep.
Oh, interesting. That's
I don't know how I'd sort of fit in there, but
Be Phil.
Well, at least you know it's not like you wouldn't go into a zombie show, right? Or you wouldn't go into like
Modern
a,
Family would
gritty-
actually be pretty
Yeah.
chill environment.
Yeah, that's what I think it's a good answer because you wouldn't go into
were
like
you
a
wanting
gritty.
were you wanting
crime.
something reality TV or
No.
I could see you
No.
on Geordie Shore. You could definitely see.
Do you? If you want to give us a reality
not?
TV, would you have a reality TV guilty pleasure?
No, I'd stay far away from that.
Yeah, good man.
Good. I like this.
Sport's the best reality TV there is. Let's not
This
forget
is
that.
good, Trent.
All
You're
right.
passing everything so
And
far.
then last one, who would you like to play you if there was a movie about your life?
This is where you're going to stump me. I've got no clue. You might
Oh.
have to help me out.
Just trying to think of like Trent's young. Like he looks young. I mean, do you go with like the sort of it guy at the moment? Do you go with
I reckon
Charlamagne?
Casey Affleck.
Oh, Casey Affleck. Well, Casey Affleck would be 40.
If he was a bit younger.
Yeah,
a young Casey Affleck, I think would
There's
be
definitely
perfect.
similarities. I just
Or-
thought Chalamet because he's the young kind of guy.
Giovanni Ribisi.
Yeah.
Like one of those young guys like that. I
Tom
think
Holland,
that- Tommy
maybe.
Holland. Tommy Holland could. I reckon it's a young Casey Affleck.
He definitely, looks a little bit.
the vibe.
Don't want to say Manchester by the Sea vibe. 'cause
No,
it's not,
no,
it's
definitely
quite
not
a,
there.
yeah,
All right,
depressing
okay.
vibe.
Now, and then this is the last one. We'll finish with food as we do. Like, we're going to like deep dive into these areas individually moving forward, and we'll get an understanding. But we're going to finish with food, and you just got to say, I'm going to give you
Yep.
2 options, and you just tell me which one you prefer. Pizza, pasta,
Pizza,
pizza or sushi,
sushi,
sushi or burgers,
sushi,
sushi or burritos,
sushi,
sushi or a parma,
or probably Parma. Yeah,
parma or a steak.
Parma.
Oh, there you go.
Wow.
So we landed on
sushi definitely got the vibe that
I like this.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it got beaten by a Parma, but
I
sushi
think-
right up there. For you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, sushi. We've got a great joint down the road from me. That's my go-to.
Okay.
But just backing on that steak Parma, I think if I'm at home, it's obviously a steak, but then eating out is your Parma, I'd say.
I
That's
love
a
that.
good idea, actually. I reckon, I love cooking a steak at home, but then you just can't go past a Parma in a pub. You wouldn't get
I'm
a
a
Parma.
steak guy,
I was
mate.
going to say, if
I'm a
you go to
big
a pub
steak guy.
10 times in 2 months, as an example, how many times are you ordering a Parma?
No, I'm going.
No,
I'm 10.
10.
Steak. I just eat steaks now. The only
What if
difference
it's a
is
pub that you know doesn't have a good steak?
The Erica Schnitz is a difference. No, I'm pumped.
Just say there's no examples here. This is just a hypothetical. You've been to a pub and you know that the steak isn't that great.
So I have to go there, and I know the steak's not
And you
great.
have to
no,
eat.
I'd go this. I'm going to say this.
Oh, no.
I am
You're not a big Parma guy?
schnitzel and gravy. I think is gone past Parmas.
Yeah, okay.
I genuinely do. I think the schnitzel and gravy is so strong.
Wow.
And yeah, I reckon I'd go an Erica Schnitzel over a Parma somewhere.
Wow. That's
Yeah, I know Parmas are great. I grew up on them. I loved them for years and years and years. That was it.
I got one more question for Trent.
Yeah, go.
And I know that you're going to deep dive more in the future, but I just wanted to know about your local sporting prowess. Are you footy and cricket like your sort of stock standard, or was there anything else that you played?
Yeah, no, pretty stock standard. Just cricket in the summer and footy in the winter. It's sort of been like that the past decade.
What were you better at? What are you better at?
Yeah, still playing both at the moment.
Wow. So did you play footy on the weekend?
Played footy on the weekend.
How'd you
yeah,
go?
I sort of kept that quiet because we got done by nearly 150. But
Oh no.
I'm playing for Heathmont at the moment.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
How'd you go?
Yeah, first half got a decent amount of it, but we only had 15 players. We were short as,
Jeepers.
so... And
Might have to strap the boots up, will you?
Well, do you need?
no, we do next week, and
Next
we've got a decent run home. So, yeah, fingers crossed we can snag a win or two.
Should Woolley play for Hickmont?
No, but you would have to play as well. This
Yeah.
can't be all me. We've seen... Look, it's not great.
Well, the stand. What's this? What div are you in?
So it's Div 2 reserves.
Okay.
Is that...
It'd be EFL.
Is that EFL?
EFL, yeah.
That's decent, isn't it?
Uh,
EFL's all pretty good. Oh, hang on. How many EFL divisions are there?
There's 4,
Oh,
including, so there's a Premier, so there's technically 5.
Yep.
and your Div 2, is it Nuttawading that
Nuttawading
get
in
hammered?
Div 4.
Yeah, we did a
they had one game
we
for
did
this,
the game to give you an idea of the Gulf. We did a game with them years and years ago. Battle of the Battlers, and Nuttawading was had the worst record in the metro, and they played Ardmona, who had the worst record in the country, and Nuttawading won by 200 points.
Yeah, wow.
It's
Like it's the gaps are big. That's the thing. I reckon with country footy, when they're good, they're good. When
good.
they're bad,
Yeah, they're bad.
Because you are just
you don't have enough people.
It's basic. Yeah, exactly right.
and all
But-
the good country teams are getting quite often.
I don't know
from
if
the
I
city.
could. Even Resi's, I don't think I'd be able to go and play in the Eastern Footy League Div 2. That'd be a D. I'm assuming it's. I mean, you're obviously lower numbers this week, but the standard would be all right.
Yeah, I think you'd manage though.
What? So two more for me. Footy wise position. Where do you play?
Just on a wing.
On a wing,
Yeah.
and then cricket, bowl, or bat, or both.
I'd like to think a bit of both. Probably more a batter. I'm going to have mates listen, so we'll just run with batsmen.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. You play with Moff. I know you guys grew
Oh,
up.
he's
together.
a little bit lower.
Oh, I like that.
Wow.
I can
Just
cut
keep
that
him
out.
down.
No, keep that in. Whackity whack.
There you go.
Okay.
I love that.
Hopefully, Moff can respond in due
Nice.
course. But that was great, Trent. Good to get to know you.
Very
We're
good.
looking forward to getting to know more.
Sorry, my son has just crept ever so close. What is it, mate? What are you? You,
Jack wants to be in the show.
you want to be in the show? What's your come in, mate.
Come in, Jack. Come on.
Let's go. Come in between here. All right. So we'll ask. Let's ask him a couple of questions.
What about you, Jack? What position on the footy field are you?
Yeah.
Mostly midfield.
Mostly midfield. Would you agree, Dad?
I don't know if most of it. Right, yeah, okay. They rotate a fair bit. You
Yeah.
played up forward a bit this week, didn't you?
And Jack, I know one of your great loves is basketball. Would you call yourself a small forward, a power forward? Are you a guard?
Small forward.
Is he? Okay, small
Yeah.
forward. But you're one of the taller ones in the team, right?
Yeah. But he plays. He's a shooter.
Plays as a shooter.
Yeah, he does play as a shooter. And while we got you, Jack, what's your favourite food?
Steak.
Wow, like father, like
it
son.
is. There it is. Good on you, mate. Go get him. On your
Well,
buddy.
mate. Well, mate,
Out you
good
go.
stuff.
Good on you, bro.
He definitely did creep forward. He wanted to be in it, which is
Mate,
great.
he wanted to be in the show. Is it? I go, that was not part of the deal.
Last
But,
one from me. I'm just in a question asking.
But we
you.
are a family here at Honest Beers.
Is that a new hat?
No.
I just think you don't think you've rolled.
No,
it
it's just.
Is it an Honest Beers debut for the hat?
Probably. I have. So what I have with my hats is I have a number of them, 20 or 30 of them in a row. Like they just sit in the shelving, and then I have like a case or box or whatever that I have. They go away, and then every so often, every few months, I'll rotate some out and put some away, just for variety.
Yeah, nice.
And then this is one of those.
Yeah, very good. Well, look, that's all I had.
Yeah,
Great to get to know Trent. Great first episode. Chimed in a lot
I
more.
like this. We're gonna do a lot more.
He chimed in a lot more than DT. Saved my bacon a little bit with the State of Origin teams. He had it all ready to go. Like, just little things like that. You just know you got a good producer, I reckon. So
Yeah, I reckon we're happy.
We're
This
on,
is
to,
good.
we're on to a winner here with Trent. Good to have Jack in the studio as well.
First and last.
And, well, of course, go Saints.
Go Hawks.